Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Long Dark.
I think I can use this.
You know what? This is going to be our base. I'm going to leave the good condition one here. Take this crap one. I might regret that. But here we are. We're finally on the last leg. We're going to make it back. We're going to do it, folks. As long as there's not a bear. And there very well could be a bear. There could be any amount of wildlife, really. They love hanging around here. We're going to get up that road. Walk up, find the mine. And then... I forget where this takes us out. Yeah, this takes us out a good ways away. But with some luck, we will eventually make it back to... Where were we staying last night? Farmhouse, that's right. Yes. Alright, you know what? Let's try to make some time today. Oh, it is cold out. It feels like -9. I have to stop and boil some water to warm up. We can maybe stop at that lookout on the way, or... Well, heck, to be honest, we might even be able to make it to the mine before we get too cold. Especially if we get behind some cover up here. Not afraid to use this. You see a bear, it won't help, but, you know. Try. You can dream. What else has been going on? The movie Inception. When I saw the movie Inception, I was in a theater, paid $2 for my movie ticket. The theater was a screen probably 8 times the size of an average flat screen TV. Really, mostly unimpressive. It was not suspended by anything, and the seats themselves were not angled. So I sat in the 4th row or something like that, and essentially I just mostly saw the back of people's heads. I did get to see Inception. Enjoy all the, you know, it's a fine movie to watch in 2011. But going back to Inception, watching it again, it's a little absurd. You know? Everyone is really hamming it up, selling it. They're trying to do a lot of sly world building. The scene in Mombasa, where they're being chased, Tom Hardy's character says, "I know a man, a chemist. He makes his own version of the compounds." What? Are we supposed to believe that the reason everybody can share a dream is because of these compounds that have been invented, or the machine, or what? They really thought themselves slick, which is fun. Boy, it is cold and we're not getting much of a break up here. Come on, son. Come on, son. Heat this place up. It's a shame that the Long Dark community is not somewhat larger, or otherwise more, you know, there would be more mainstream memeing of Long Dark events. There we go. The sun really did warm us up. Maybe the wind just died down. Hard to say for sure. Keep an eye out for any bears. Pretty sure this is the way home. If it's not, Well, we'll just have to manage with that. What to make do? Am I warming up? That's right. Wind chill drop to very, very little. Speaking of additions, something like effort management, sweat management, that could definitely be an addition that I see. A way to, you know, ensure that your walking around clothes are different from your ice fishing clothes, or different from your hunting clothes. Because right now, really, I think, well, it's difficult to say because this is Stalker. So this is game mode 3 of 4, or in difficulty. And in Stalker, you can live a very long time, very comfortably, using one set of clothes and never swapping it out. You know, you can survive picking a good weight to warmth ratio, just hitting a middle thing and hitting a middle path and just rolling with it, right? I'm not thinking about my outfit when I'm heading out for an expedition. You can make your game more optimized by doing something like that. In Interloper, there are less clothes. The world is harsher. So, in one sense, okay, you have to think more about how you can make the most of your... Uh-oh. You're getting fogged. A good time to, Now, here's where I'm getting a little bit disoriented. Okay, that is a climbing rope up there. There's a cabin. I don't want to go down. I think I have to go up here and to the left. Fire lumber properly. Boy, it's been a while since I've done this properly. We may even really want to be up that rope, but... well, we're not there yet, so we're going to have to deal. Alright, so I was saying, in Interloper, you, how many rabbits are there around here? Just the one? Is there something moving over there? Is it my eyes playing tricks on me? I think we head this way. Hopefully meet back up with whatever's up there. Interloper, it makes sense. You'll have to spend more time managing your weight because it's so harsh. You can't be spent slow at any moment. Like something like this trudge, I'm really splicing my words these days. I don't think it'd be possible in Interloper. Well, maybe. We might have to be more careful about it. Looks like there's nothing over here. So, the downside though is that because there's very little available to you in terms of the man-made goods, then you again think less about your clothing, because now all of a sudden you're yes, the gear boots. Because you're no longer thinking about you're no longer making choices. You've got to wear fur clothes. You've got to wear whatever whatever fur clothes you can get your hands on, be it bear or wolf. I mean, that's the real choice, and we all know how much easier it is to manage wolf situations than bears. So, choice is a little bit made for you. Okay, we can get up there. So perhaps carrying capacity itself should be one of the sliders in a custom game. An option to say, I want to work with a different constraint. Of course you can manually enforce such a thing, but it's easier to have the game accomplish it for you. I think we're getting close here. Maybe. What other pontifications do I have to share? Yep. Is this a way we can go up, or just... Yes, it is. Fortunate. Fortunate, fortunate. Sounds like there's a wolf up here. I have to fire a shot. That wouldn't be too bad. Some excitement. Does Hans Zimmer, or Hans if you prefer, write his own stuff? At this point, I mean, he's cranking out the hits. He's always crunked out the hits. Do you think he ever ghost wrote? What if he, the first one, his first soundtrack, he brought in somebody else to ghostwrite? He said, you know, I want to build my brand, I just need a little help here to get it going. All of a sudden, it's his iconic style. He can't go back on this. We think of him as a famous celeb, but he's shelling out by the thousands, just trying to make back payments to his blackmailing ghostwriter. I mean, he's in debt. Now, this is all hypothetical, but the fact that it could be true says something scary about our society. Don't you think? Alright, let's get over to... Where are we headed? That's right. Pleasant Valley.
I'd better find some water.
We'll get some water. Don't worry about it. After this, just a hop, skip, and a jump. Back to home sweet home. We may have to do a little hunting along the way, I think. Although... Yep, we have our rifle. It is possible to hunt. I mean, you could hunt with a revolver, but it's a little, how banged up is banged up. Enough, I'll risk it. A little food and water. Keep us going. Not bad, leave these here, really. Alright, another mine. We're getting the whirlwind tour of these regions. Those boots are too heavy. In fact, the boots we have on now are a little heavy for my taste, but we're doing it for the challenge. And when we come back, I think presumably there should be a bear pelt in that cave. Not sure if we want to stop there or we want to stop at the community center. I want to stop at the community center, hunt, boil up a bunch of water, then start moving on. Getting back to our barn where we'll do our crafting and whatnot. Oh wait, yeah, I guess we're gonna craft. We could craft in the barn, or we could craft in the farmhouse. Doesn't matter, really. Nothing good in here. I think the barn might be a little bit easier. A little bit more light. Can't remember, I think it's this way. The provincial, oh boy, look at this. Somebody really thought that was going to be too hazardous to walk on. So they put stuff over it, but they didn't move all this rock extruding from the wall. You know? Are we supposed
Surrounded
to believe
by snow.
this is
Nothing to
crumble
drink.
from this? Rock is emerging, growing out of the side. We should see some streaks of... We should see some crystal or coal or something. I sort of remember one of these we might not have had our pry bar for. Maybe I'm mistaken. We'll roll the footage later. Much like some of the best teams in the NFL, I'm always watching my own footage, trying to get better, trying to improve, better myself. For the good of humanity, really. You know, some people would say, isn't that a bit narcissistic? I say, don't you think humanity deserves better? We're going into the gravity chamber here. You think Einstein, you know, on his first day at work at Science Corp, he sat down, he was like, seems good to me. He banged out E equals MC squared, didn't even define his variables. Said, yeah, I'm not going to take a second look. I'm not going to check my work. You think he derived all that stuff and he never made any algebra errors? I sincerely doubt it. In fact, it wouldn't really surprise me if, you know, there was an algebra error persisting and what we thought of as concave space was convex space or whatever, you know. That, I would not be shocked, let's say. I could see it being a BuzzFeed article or something like that. Einstein was wrong, but only in this one specific way. Enough water. Let's eat, drink, and be merry. Okay, got about half a liter left. Opaque out here. I don't think it's been long enough for that bear to, or, well, I guess not that bear, but okay, maybe not the best option. We can go down the longer way, I suppose. Rather not break every bone in my body going down that. Dang, I was hoping for a shortcut though. I figure we'll probably make it to the community hall tonight. Community center? Community center sounds odd. Boy. I also think that my commentary would be improved by, you know, improved memory. Another great justification for reviewing the tapes. And of course, it's not just me reviewing the tapes. My whole team of sponsors, copywriters, handlers, minders, peach pickers, Peter Pipers. Yeah, I got a lot of flack from my accountants. They said, you don't need to hire so many Peter Pipers. I said, who the heck is going to pick a pack of pickled peppers if not Peter Piper? Think about that. You want us to be pepperless? Without a pack of pickled peppers? Sans Undertale, a pack of pickled peppers? It's just not happening. I'm not taking those risks. I'm not putting my team at risk like that. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional, but, you know, this sort of thing is important. Alright, we're all good. See if we can find some grub closer to town. I would get that deer. Sometimes there's a deer on the river at the community center. If we could shoot that deer, it would, you know, fund us staying in town for a day or two. Recuperate, read the mending book, stitch up our clothes, lose a little weight, grab those pelts if they're not already cured before we make our way to the barn. Sounds like there's a lot of wolves around. Yep. Maybe we can just take a long way around. I'm seeing over this ridge. Uneven country. Bad spot. Bad spot for wolves. The statistical average of my line of sight is low. I bet Einstein would be a good long dark player, you know? You could think around the curves of the hills. Plan ahead. Privy to unknown stratagems. Previously considered too difficult or immoral. Is that the bridge? That's the bridge. We're gonna have to come back for those. How greedy should we get? Try to grab those pelts? I think maybe we should. So we've lost some weight. We'll be able to carry a better pelt. It saved me a heck of a trip if I could get it on the way. The trick will be not getting sprained or bit by a wolf. But that's sort of like the whole trick. That's like the whole game. As long as those things don't happen to you, or you're bored by a moose caught in a blizzard. Real question, serious question. Has Einstein ever seen a moose in real life? I say has because, of course, I'm part of the cult of individuals who thinks that he's still alive. Is that the bear cave? I feel like that's not the cave where we had rabbit. I think that's a cave that bears and wolves live at. Yeah, this is our cave. Short walk. Don't remember how much these pelts weigh, or if we left any food here, to be quite honest. I might be making a mistake. That's what this game is all about, making mistakes. But, I mean, Einstein. Nice guy. Fine guy. Thinks about, you know, space curving, whatever. Works in a patent office. He's from where originally? Is he Swiss? I cannot remember. He was working in somewhere in Bern, right? Boy, be a more compelling argument here if I had more details about Einstein's life, but you know, we're running with what we've got. Okay. What have we got? Cured. Oh. Do these have anything on them? Nope. Well, it's not even cured. We'll have to come back in a couple days. Let's see, it takes 12 days and it's 75% cured. So you can grab that bear hide in 3 days. It's a good incentive to maybe kill a deer down by the river, so we can stick around here for a while. I'm glad we checked. I would feel silly, I guess, just walking on. I'll leave the rabbit. When we come back up here, if there's another rabbit, maybe we can catch that one. Catch 2 or 3 together. Improve our yields, as it were. But what I'm saying is that Einstein is never... You don't see him as like someone who's wandering around, you know, central Quebec. He's not a guy who's... I mean, he probably went on some hikes, but you don't see him as an outdoorsy type. So who's to say that he was ever outdoors enough to cross paths with a moose, which are probably somewhat more prevalent in the 40s. You know, actually, there's a weird line there. There's a weird line in terms of wildlife prevalence, where many species, there's a decline and then a pivot point and a slight incline, where we're beyond, actually, the point of... what's it called? The nadir. I mean, there may be another extreme minima in the future. We'll see. Through either human intervention or human accidental intervention or conservation efforts, many species have turned around. I remember reading that Audubon himself, the bird guy, saw only 2 or 3 chestnut warblers in his whole survey of North America. Where now, I mean, you can see them all the time. Something about the forest grassland interface, human intervention has increased, as opposed to the forest bulk has increased the breeding grounds and prevalence of these chestnut-sided warblers. Which is quite interesting. Pleasant Valley. It's nice to be home, I guess. Not quite. Okay. So we need to make it to about day 40, and we can go get that bear pelt. And then we have another bear pelt back at the lodge. In the meantime, though, let's set some things down in here and then try to find a deer. I think I left some canned goods for myself. Community hall. Not community center, not community building, not community zone. Well, if we ever need to make more arrowheads. Some clothes. Ah, that's good. That's good to see. We did well for ourselves here. Let's drop off a lot of cloth. Let's also drop up these saplings. What else can we do? There's more cloth to be had here. Do we have any food for ourselves? Yes, we did. Don't know if those are so great to eat. I'll eat these. Don't get sick. Okay. We made it. Yeah, we were boiling a lot of water here. Tea, coffee. Do we have a... Oh, we have good food here, too. I'll eat these, too. You want to eat sardines before they get too bad. They don't really last so long. Alright, that should sustain us a good amount. Let's drop off some other things. We don't need this many flares, I don't think.
Feels like a lot of gear.
Do we refuel our lantern? I don't think we did. That'll take some weight off. We don't need this many sewing kits. I might use one up while we're here. That'll be that. Leave another book over here. We can leave the good condition fire striker. What else needs to be dropped? Accelerant. I know everybody has missed the gear organizing elements of this broadcast. I'm here to tell you, you won't be disappointed with how much gear we're about to organize. Oh geez, I don't even have things sorted by what's it called? Is this cedar? Cedar and fir. I'm just carrying quite a lot of stuff. 90 minutes for that. We'll do that in the dark. Right, we do have a lot of things to drop still, but I'm not ready to let go of them. What am I ready to let go of? Well, we don't need to carry this extra bedroll with us, or the pry bar if we're going to go hunting. We can leave a weapon repair kit here. What else? That's our only whetstone. We don't have much in the way of water. I will leave the... well, let's take the maple syrup. I'll leave the two things of... no. It's hard to avoid weighing a lot. It's just the simple truth of it. Oh, no! Well, that does lower our weight. We'll use that if we get back here. Then we can drop the coal and our learning book. Alright, we are tired, but I think we have enough goodies now. We can go out and look for a deer with relative ease. If we find it, we can bring back enough meat to have a happy day. I suspect there should be one by the river. And by suspect, I mean I hope that there's one there, even though I have no evidence one way or the other. Nothing in here. Nothing by the boat. Take some cattails for my sorrows. Don't get lost. This is the life of a survivor. You immediately drop off a bunch of crap, start picking it up right over again. Even if we can't find deer, some mushroom tea and cattails. That's calories in the bank. That said, I feel a little confident. Somewhere along here, we should run into something. If not, we'll explore out of town the other direction. I know what you're saying. Aren't there wolves that way? Yes. You can't eat wolf. Well, you can, but you get sick. Alright, let's head this way. Maybe we can catch a deer between here and the farmhouse. If we can, maybe we can shuttle the meat back. At the very least, cut off a piece or two for dinner. Well, there's rabbit. I'd like to not just catch one. But I don't see any others. This is the sort of contemplative moment that separates the long dark from another game. Super Mario. I would say the biggest difference between Super Mario and the Long Dark. 1, no Goombas. 2, there's quiet moments. And tense moments. Is that guy just walking casually? Sometimes you can see them a little better in the periphery. So if I catch a deer over here, that wolf is coming after me. Unless I can wing him. Then he'll probably run off. Is this a good idea? Maybe, maybe not. Not carrying anything. I think it's time to thin things out. Shifting towards our advantage. It does sound like there's like 3 wolves right here. That's a hit. Alright, let's head up this way on the road. We'll use this big berm in the center to stay on target. We can always follow the road back to the house. Oh man, these are really terrible conditions. I admit, I've been less focused on food the last couple of days in the game. It's starting to become my downfall. Can't reliably hunt deer. You're sort of in trouble. Well, it's getting late. I'm thinking whether I find a deer or not, maybe I'll continue on this road and just get over to the farmhouse. I don't want to try and necessarily find my way back. All my things are there, but I don't think anything should be going too bad. I know we plan to stay around there, but plans change. Besides, I think we should have some, not the farmhouse, the barn, excuse me. Farmhouse will be a good ways away. I think in the morning, if we're still alive, there's a chance we could find a moose up there. If we could hunt a moose, it would really improve our ability to survive. It's a lot of food. And moose hide can be useful for a number of things. Of course, it means we have to, you know, gut the moose and keep the wolves away, but you do what you gotta do. This place is almost certainly crawling with wolves. Trying to use my peripheral vision to navigate. There's the outer barn. Where's the large barn? Large barge. Gotta have faith. The outbuildings. You know, why do they call it an outbuilding? Shouldn't it be an in building? There it is. Over on the left there, if you can see it, viewer. Invisible? Visible. I do not know by what witchery this peripheral vision magic works, but I assure you that it does. It's a good way to get an extra, I don't know, 10 meters of vision. I wonder if it's intentional or a problem with the game engine. Something with the vision cone rendering as a sphere in front of you or something like that. And this is only tangent to that, while straightforward is good center. I mean, I could program. I can write a for loop, but I can't tell you enough about game programming to suss this one out. Right. In we go. I always think of this place as a safe haven. It's quite nice, you know? Alright, what did I leave here? Tools, sulfur, leather, spray paint, probably a rusted can of beans, yeah. Nothing. Well, always goes to show, the only words you can trust is yourself, and not your previous timeline self, only your current timeline self. What should we do around here? Do we have any birch saplings? Oh, I left my pry bar. This seems to be a common theme. We got very little everything. We must have cleaned this place out. Well, heck, maybe we should just continue on. Don't remember if we have food there or not, the other place, but how's our food supply looking? Maybe we've got a lot of food on us. I don't know if I want to eat it all. We need to boil up water, that's for sure. Should have grabbed a liter or two before I left. Well, let's get outside and watch the weather. Not getting barked at yet. Might not be anybody around. Let's go over to the river where the moose might be. If we could get a shot off, I wouldn't feel so bad eating the junk food we got, knowing that there's moose on the way. If you have to walk in a pit, walk on the ridge. I think I've said that before. This looks like the river, or at least the birch forest. Any signs of moose around here? Any stripped trunks? I don't see any.
Not sure why I feel so tired.
Nothing. These clearing up. Let's see if we can find a deer. We'll just pick more cattails. I know they're traveling food and we should save some of them, but there are a lot of them in the game. We have a lot of traveling food right now in the form of energy bars. I think they're more dense, but they do spoil, unlike cattails. Real life, I think cattails spoil too, anything with sugar in them. Or they'd become woody. Alright, it's looking not so grim. I can already make it back to town at this point. We'll pick up these. Here's a good opportunity. How many stones? I don't have any stones. What am I doing with myself? Two rabbits. That's not a bad meal. Not going to use the rifle on the rabbits. As much as my extremely gun-happy user base would love me to. That sucked. I've lost all skill. I don't deserve to survive in this environment. I have survivor guilt now. Alright, where's the other one? You never see this part on Gordon Ramsay. Actually, I take that back because I think he just went viral for doing something exactly like this. Not, you know, snapping a rabbit snack on TV, but, you know, he was like pointing to a lamb saying, "I'm going to eat you." People found that distasteful. You know what? It's the truth. It's hard. The truth is distasteful at times. If you're gonna eat a lamb, you know, why not be enthusiastic about it? You know, he's having fun. Is it a horrible institution? Yes. But also, he's not like a nice guy. Isn't there like a whole show about how he's like an unkind guy? Like the whole point of his kitchen persona is that he's sort of unhappy with everyone. He wishes they would do better, and they don't make good food, according to him. As I'm walking slow, I'm going to do something ridiculous and drink an energy drink. Ooh, look at that. I have an ulterior motive to this. There is a badge I'd like to unlock. The badge is for drinking 250 coffees or energy drinks. I think I have about 90 coffees or energy drinks left to go. Do not quote me on that number. It may be closer to 100. Or even 115. Yeah, I'd have to check that. I have to run the calculations on that. But regardless, this is contributing towards that, you know. So I am cursed in a way, in that I almost always prefer the metagame over the game. I almost cannot enjoy a game until the metagame has been achieved, you know? Because, you know, I'm just out here, I'm enjoying walking through this frozen landscape, trying to avoid wolves. And, what am I doing? I'm thinking about an achievement. Where is the immersion? Oh, is there another rabbit here? There wasn't there? I could pick up 3 rabbits, I'd be a happy camper. Which is the name of the woman who played Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Happy camper. That's... I was going to say it's a deep cut, but it's barely a slash, you know? There's nothing to get. There's no joke or no substance. There was a big anti-joke
Dusk, so night can't be
movement
far
for a
behind.
while, you know? What do you call a guy that flies an airplane? A pilot? Oh, here we go. Things like that. I want to go further. I don't just want it to be an anti-joke. I want it to just, almost like a non sequitur, but not so absurd that it... Oh, we're going to be rich. I have to pick this... I'm going to pick the stone back up. Where did it go? Stone. Stone. There it is. We're way down. Our energy drink 4.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
This is where we get bit by a wolf and die. That's that defeatist attitude. Oh. Okay. I see. I see the issue. Alright, Rabbit. Today you live.
I think I need to lay down.
You'll be fine. Let's just get some water boiling. Get into our cozy base. Cook up and eat that rabbit. Actually, we don't even really need to get water boiling. Okay, so that rabbit... Honestly, it was good for me that I did not take that rabbit, because he just saved me from a wolf. This is like Aesop's Fables. The man and 2 rabbits. Children will hate studying this in the future. You know what another thing I like about this community hall? Back door. 2 ways to get in. Very convenient. Don't have to walk all the way around to the one entrance, which is more exposed to dangers of the lupine capacity. Yeah, let's get some cooking done before the day is over. Oh, almost forgot. Somebody was screaming at me, I'm sure. Let's start that fire. And torch, tinder plug, go off sticks. Actually, I'm going to grab that reclaimed wood. We can cook that. Come on now. That's good fire. Okay, and we will make water. Half a liter in all of these. Do we need this water? No, but if we're going to stockpile water, you know, why not do it right? Where's the reclaimed wood? There it is. We'll take a second here.
It's starting to weigh me down.
Starting? It's starting to weigh you down? We got a couple liters. Alright. So let's get those rabbits cleaned. We got probably, I don't know, a couple minutes. Yeah, it'll take no time at all. Six minutes for that one. 4 minutes for that one. Boy, these are small rabbits, though.
I could eat anything right now.
Good thing we picked up a couple. Ah, there we go. I don't think these will boil over in 10 minutes. Let's cook rabbit. 7 minutes. Yeah. Oh, we gotta add some fuel here. Guess we can cook all our rabbit now.
All this gear is slowing me down.
Yep. Probably should sanitize the stove sometime, you know? Just get some alcohol and... That's the other thing. It could be useful to have some alcohol around. Oh. We'll start cooking water in there. And water here. Alright, 20, 28. What can we do for 10 minutes? I think we can prepare some mushrooms. It takes 15. Yeah, we'll do that. Yep, this is turning out pretty well. 4 minutes. Non-potable. Add another plain wood here. Maybe tomorrow we'll have better luck finding a deer. Not gonna say it's gonna go perfect, but might have better luck. That's all. 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes. I think we'll do another batch of water after these rabbits are all done. Great. And this is all good? Yeah, let's do one more water batch. That way I have time to do something else. Oh, I clean the rabbits. How about that? We'll add, I don't know, a stick. Or 2. 30 minutes. 30 minutes to get both. Alright. I can harvest the other ones by hand later.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
That's alright. Drop some water here. Yeah, that's a lot of water. We'll drink up first. Drop those gut and pelt to cure. Stand by this bed. Let's see. We should just harvest these guys right now before it takes much more time. 30 minutes.
My energy is just
We can always sharpen this
disappearing.
knife. In fact, we probably should have. Maybe tomorrow. I just want to get this done. Alright, we can drop those. Anything else we need to take care of? Repair-wise? I think we just need to prepare those mushrooms. Oh, and these guys. 45 more minutes of staying awake. I just like to have all this stuff squared away before I go to sleep, you know? And we'll top up on water. Good night. What will the morning have for us in store? I don't think that's... Oh, good. Oh, looks like a dark day. We'll find out about it on the next episode, I believe. So, come back, enjoy us then. We'll deal with this blizzard.